You're listening to a 3CR podcast created in the studios of independent community radio station 3CR in Melbourne, Australia. For more information, go to allthews.3cr.org.au.
We're putting up new buildings, we're knocking down the old. We're working in the summer heat and in the winter cold. And the labour power we sell, me boys, for a hard and weekly pay, produces mighty profits for the greedy MBA. And whether we were born here or born in Italy, in Greece, in Spain or Ireland, in England or Fiji, we all of us are workers, united we must stand, until the wealthy bludgers have been driven from our land. We faced deregistration, it backfired in the face. We're not fooled by arbitration, we won't stay in our place. We hit the bosses hard and fast to win and keep our gains, and break a couple of concrete pours to back our log of claims. So keep your powder dry and hold your head up high. It's class to class and face to face, our limit is the sky. We've got a fighting history and we never will be cowed. Our builders' labour is a name to make a man feel proud.
And good morning from the Concrete Gang, and welcome to the Concrete Gang's Royal Commission into Royal Commissioners. And joining us this morning is the head of the Royal Commission, a Gorilla QC MD and Bar.
That's me hammer.
Yep. And Assistant Council Assisting, Campo QC. Good morning, gentlemen. You've got a big job in front of you.
What a joke, eh? What's his name? Dyson. The rock spider.
Righto, folks. It's, if you haven't heard, the Royal Commissioner who investigated corruption in the trade union movement, etc., etc. And Kathy Jackson's in the loony bin, but no one's in jail. It's a case of dice, dirty dice.
Can't keep his hands to himself.
Well, there's a lot of allegations running around, and I've got to say, yes, his lawyers did say there was no due process, there was no natural justice. He never had a hearing. He has been judged in his absence.
Like he did to us.
But the first time in my life I've ever heard a Chief Justice of the High Court, who knows all this law stuff and due process, to actually apologise to the women, and she didn't wait for any hearing. So is that a vote of confidence?
Well, you think he puts himself a bit above the law? Would you say that?
Oh yes, he belongs to the a particular brand of the Church of England, the Anglicans who want to be Catholics but don't want to acknowledge the Pope.
Who appointed him? Abbott.
Tony
Abbott. Who is his other? Who's his other mate? Powell.
Mm.
Is that right?
Yes.
And also Alan Jones.
Oh,
not a bad trifecta.
A certain prince that's in a bit of hot water too, I'm hearing.
Anyway, folks, it's the Royal Commission, and boys, you've got a big job in front of you. However, if you reckon that a Royal Commission's going to be a bit of an urn, I've got bad news for you, because the women who have made the allegations are taking legal action against him. So it might all end up in court before you get into full flight.
But doesn't it go, like former Prime Minister, doesn't it show his calibre when you look at the calibre of mates he's hanging around? You know, I remember as a kid I was told if you hang around dickheads, you're a dickhead. Well, what does it say about him?
Well, it's not like it's the first time.
No.
As the Royal Commissioner, Mr. Gorilla, would tell you, there was a previous Royal Commission run by Terry the Tourist Cole. And
that's what we dusted off the old kangaroo. Remember the kangaroo court?
Yes.
The kangaroo.
There was a kangaroo court, and Terry was the chief kangaroo. And after the event was over and no one went to jail, in fact, the one prosecution was Martin Kingham, the then Secretary of the CFMEU, and he didn't even face more than one day in court before the whole case was thrown out. But it did come out, like all Royal Commissioners, be warned, Mr. Gorilla, all Royal Commissioners, there's a chance for an earn, and Terry the Tourist was called the Tourist because the cost of his personal accommodation, all his meals and everything else was phenomenal. It was probably the biggest single item in the budget.
I better go over the Wodonga trip, all right?
Anyway, folks, it's all happening, and H is for hypocrite, and H is for a few other things as well.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's pretty ordinary. I mean, they're supposed to be the highest court in the land, and they've got blokes judging on other people's lives and other people and all that, and he's running around, molesting his staff and women who're probably terrified to report him because of
his position.
and they'd probably get the sack. So who knows what's going on there?
Well, I'll say again, the chief of the court, the Chief Justice of the court, Susan Kiefel, has apologised to those women, and she hasn't waited for a formal finding.
Nah.
So it tells you something, because the Chief Justice, the now Chief Justice, actually sat on the court with Dyson Hayden through the last part of his years on the court. So in 2013, you can see it on TV, she was sitting in the court next to him when he was still on the High Court bench.
He always looked shifty, didn't he?
That's one way to describe it. Righto.
Campo, please.
Let those without shame throw the first stone, eh?
He might be down at Double Dipping Bay with Buzzer.
Righto. So there will be more from the Royal Commission in due course. Now, there needs to be a Royal Commission into a few other things, and one of those is the plastering industry.
Oh, mate.
Plastering.
So will Council assisting the Royal Commission give us a
update
on the prosecution?
Obviously, we're still going through all the plasterers, and we're campaigning the plasterers at the moment, because obviously we're exposing the rorts and the sham contracting going on. Like I said last week, we've found workers that are qualified plasterers and they're getting exploited for $26 an hour ABN, and it's just a rort. And it's not just happening on little jobs; it's happening all over the place, and it's happening on government jobs, government taxpayer-funded government jobs. Especially, I'll tell you one. It's a terrible example. Kane Construction. They have got it on all their jobs, and hospitals, all this. We're in a hookup yesterday with the disputes board with Kane Constructions, Jeff Purcell. And both his subcontractors admitted to sham contracting and illegal ABNing. And Mr. Purcell, I said, well, you better report yourself to the ABCC, because that's what you've got to do. Breach of the code.
Oh,
and he
the code, boys.
He did friendly remind me that he's already been speaking to the ABCC, but I think he was trying to insinuate he was speaking to them about us. So I said, well, you got to report yourself. And he goes, oh, no, I don't. It's only because this ain't a code job, because it's state funded, not federally funded. I think Mr. Purcell was a bit wrong on that information.
Geez, well done, mate. You're all over it, mate.
You sign on to the code. The code applies to all your jobs.
I know. How many times you've been on a Kane's job and they try and pull out the building code about stickers and posters? They don't. They don't say it's just on that job. It's on all jobs.
Exactly right. Exactly.
So what is good for the goose is good for the gander. And those who think they can hide behind the code, now the code will be used against them. And I'd like to think they'll be in a bit of a hot water themselves.
H for hypocrite.
H for hypocrite.
Oh. Anyway, plastering has been a big issue, and there's been some absolute suks going around town.
Oh, yeah.
We want to mention Yas from Ultimate.
Ultimate, yeah. Yasha.
And CMM.
He's on the Kane's job.
They're both on the Kane's jobs.
Yeah.
They've both admitted to what they were doing, and they were exploiting workers, and there's visa exploitation, there's a whole lot. And a whole lot of the builders are whinging too, because there's that wage theft legislation coming in, and they're all panicking about that. And they're panicking about, some of the builders have been whinging about, well, it's going to be more, it's going to be 20% more, 50% more on the cost. Well, you knew this when these when these companies tendered their job, and that's what we said to Keynes. You knew they couldn't meet their obligations under their agreements, and you still give the job to them. So wear it.
And if people think that we haven't been chasing this up over the years, what's happened, of course, is that the whole system has been used against us to stop us prosecuting people. And really, they should have fixed it themselves. And under the new legislation, they can be found guilty personally as directors, as managers of the people who are utilising the subcontractors, the gang bosses, etc. So, folks, well done by the Andrews government. The legislation has been passed in both Houses of Parliament. It will be consented to by the Governor in Council, and then it becomes law. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
We're all going to be running for cover. But as you say, Campo, they've made plenty out of it along the way, and there's plenty of developers who expect the lower price.
Exactly. And they've created it. And the problem with it, there's no bottom. And it just keeps getting worse and worse. And the people that are wearing it, the bosses and the company's margins stay the same, but the workers keep getting rorted and rorted and rorted.
You think there might be a bit of a glass bottom to all this?
Oh, pretty much. But look, we're not just ordering in there, we're ordering everything. We've got CBUS, Incolink, Co-Invest, we're going through the whole lot, and we've got auditors in our office going through their pay slips, every document.
Yep. And just on the subject of glass bottoms, cheerio to Jeff Bissell, because you used those words when you came back from Sydney. It's like a glass bottom, and you brought it back here. Righto! We might cut to a track, and I just think that might be wise for our mate Dice.
Oh, Dicey, baby.
Have a little listen to Aretha Franklin singing the Otis Redding song, Respect. Back on air, and
good song.
It's a good song, a great song by Otis Redding, but even done better by Aretha Franklin.
I mean, we should probably talk about the concrete gang pull-up too, because obviously we won't be able to have a function this year, will we?
No, we've got a bit of a problem because it's the end of the financial year, and 3CR and the concrete gang need to know they'll be on the air for another 12 months, so we have been able to do a few job pull-ups and get some money in for 3CR, but we're not going to be even able to do the radiothon. So, folks, you want to help, and there's been a few people ringing me, cheerio to Peter Wilson, the other boys who have been ringing in and saying, what are we doing? You can bring money into the union office for 3CR, and equally too, you can contribute online. So you get onto the...
We'll put a link attached to our Facebook page with the Concrete Gang, and you'll be able to donate straight through there.
So whatever you can do in the way of a contribution, please give some consideration to doing it as quick as possible, because you can't really plan out the expenses of a community radio station without knowing what's going to be coming in. So 3cr.org.au, you can contribute online, or you can come into the union office. I'll give you a receipt. It's a tax deductible, and you can pay it in at 540 Elizabeth Street. Righto, some job news.
Job news? Well, what do we got?
Well, I've got one.
You've got one? Sorry,
I've got one. Now, Boom, a massive crane company who decided that they were going to get into...
Boom Logistics,
get into the wind farm market, and they bought themselves out a 750-tonne crane.
As you do.
And
it's only small, isn't it?
Yeah. And the first job they did was Lowell, and they tipped it over.
Oh dear.
So Nick Morris, cheerio to Nick. He'll be crying for about the next 12 months, I reckon. Anyway.
I've got to say...
no one was hurt, but geez.
They were starting to do those with tower cranes in South Australia, which wasn't a bad idea, because obviously not too many of them tip over, but they've had quite a few mobile tip over doing it, because obviously where they've got to put these, the terrain's pretty ordinary, but geez, you'd be starting to look at all that, wouldn't you?
Ooh. Now, you think that's bad luck? Guess what? One of my favourite jobs, the Westgate Tunnel Project. Hey, you want to hear the stuff-up theory of history? They built their TBM, the tunnel boring machine. It is a massive piece of gear. It's bigger than a house block. And the most expensive part is the head, what actually does the cutting through the rock. It has not been used. It has not made one cut since it was put together and commissioned.
So you'd have to turn it over and make sure the all
circles. That's what they did. They turned it over and they blew the bearings away. And it is stuffed.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. How sad. The job is cursed. Anything to do with CPB and John Hollands is definitely cursed.
It is, isn't it? That'll have to go down as one of the worst jobs, wouldn't it?
It's like, mate, I just don't believe how incompetent they are.
Well, John Hollands, they should probably concentrate on that a bit more than worrying about people wearing union logos on their clothes. I mean, I thought we'd already gone through that.
Stickers and...
Well, it's ridiculous and it's illegal to try and stop people having union logos on their clothes. But John Hollands keep trying. I mean, why would you worry about that? I mean, honestly, I just...
Well, do they self-report themselves to the ABCC?
I don't think so.
Don't think so, no.
No self-reporting?
No self-reporting.
No self-reporting.
Only
because if they were self-reporting, they'd be embarrassing themselves about a bit of shit that's gone on, not just on the Westgate job, but a few others.
There was Pelicanos, they've been playing up this week out at Doncaster South.
Young Michael, eh?
Young Michael. He's been sooking up big. He's an early nomination on Red Hot Tip there. Well, one of our organisers went out there. They've had some issues with safety plans, no retrieval, no nothing. So, no evacuation, no safety plans in place. So we're going through that. And then found out the toilets weren't hooked up to the septic and the toilets were overflowing down into the job.
Gee, we have some trouble with toilets, don't we?
I
mean, this day and age, you'd think it wouldn't be that hard, would you?
When I first started, I spoke to an old organiser in Queensland and he was just retiring. And he goes, my first blue was toilets. And he goes, it was his last day, and he'd been an organiser for 30, 40 years. His last day, he goes, you know what my last blue is? Toilets.
Yeah.
He goes, it's not that hard to get right, is it?
No.
No, it isn't that hard to get right. Now, just before we start on the scallywags, and we've got quite a few, couple of things. The EBA negotiations are proceeding, and it has got down to the last 5 issues. It might have taken some time to get the bosses focused, but they are focused at the moment, and we hopefully will give you an update next week because the final meeting is next Tuesday.
He's gone the early crow again.
I'm not calling the early crow. We've got a way to go. But anyway, we're down to the last few issues, and we will have a result. Righto. Cheerios.
No, I want to talk about the Bombers first.
Bombers, mate.
Oh,
No, hang on.
Cheerio to Connor McKenna.
Hang on.
Hang on.
We want to. We didn't say you.
We're running the Royal Commission in here.
Yeah. You're out of order there, young
In
Warren.
contempt of the Royal Commission.
Condemned.
But there we were, sacrificed again. Yeah.
So, mate, we were on undefeated, which we still are at this stage.
And apparently didn't even have it. Is that right?
Yeah, it's only a reward if you're not amongst it.
Yeah.
If we would have had the second test with the other stuff, we'd be sweet too.
Exactly. Anyway, we're undefeated, mate. Won't affect the Bombers.
Yeah.
We'll be coming back.
And we should see what happens this weekend. Old Carlton.
Oh, yeah, jeez. Don't go the Crow.
I'm not going the Crow. I just hope we did have coronavirus to give it to them bastards.
And just on a different subject, but football, cheerio to the Kennedy family. Because John Kennedy passed away, and John Jr. and his grandson, Josh, both family of footballers, and he did a lot for football and got, I suspect, not that much out of it for himself.
Nah, he's a great man.
Great man. So
I mean, Gary Ayres always talks about him. He's got some great stories about. Actually, we'll get Gary Ayres on one week. What about that?
Yep.
And get him maybe tell a few stories about the great John Kennedy and Alan Jones. It'd be good, wouldn't it? We'll do that, eh?
Yeah, bloody hell.
Now, we also have to send a little cheerio, bon voyage to your friend and mine, Mike Kane.
See you later.
Later.
Well, there's another one's come over here. He's gonna fix everything up. Well, how'd he go?
Taking his bat and ball and going home, hasn't he?
Packed up his bag of tricks and gone back home. Jeez, there's another one.
Hope he has to go into quarantine when he gets there.
The old septic tank.
Righto, boys. Oh, sorry, Your Honour.
Yeah.
Mr. Royal Commissioner, Scallywags.
Well, we've got
John Hollins.
cast of that. Well, John
John
Hollins.
Hollins.
I mean, bringing up people wearing union shirts, paraphernalia and stickers and that. I mean, where we go? I mean, I thought we'd gone over all that before, go on the court and beaten it, and it's come up again.
Righto.
So,
You got another one, Canes,
the plasterers?
the plasterers, and a few other things as
Jeff
well.
Purcell,
Yeah,
Canes.
well, we spoke about that, didn't we? We spoke about that earlier. But yeah, Canes are just, they're the best at, as you say, bringing out code compliant and all that stuff, but until when it suits them. But I think they're going to fall in a bit of a trap now with the plasterers and all that.
Please.
As young Campo's explained.
And the trap will be getting bigger.
Yeah.
And you're nominating Mike Pelicano.
Pelicano, very aggressive apparently. He rang up.
Yes, from Ultimate.
Ultimate, yeah.
CMM.
Yep, Wall from CMM.
But you brought up one earlier before we started the show, when we were sitting in the green room drinking coffee.
The green room.
The green room, please.
A little problem with our mates from HASA.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're all in this together, this COVID-19 and all that, coronavirus and all that. But, and fantastic, Inkerlink's got their bus going around the sites, checking out, blokes can get tested and all that. Very good for the sites, good for the boys on the site. No, people have been tested and they feel safe. Unless you're on a HASA job. They don't want to have the bus out there because they're scared if someone has got coronavirus, it'll stop their job. Well, I mean, I don't think that's that's not a team sport, is it?
Is this a page out of the Donald Trump? We only have more people because we test more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
More problems because we test more. Oh, well.
We're trying to keep everyone safe, keep the industry going, because if the construction industry is going, it's going to help the economy. But you'd like to think all the builders were behind that.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty miserable from them. Bad form.
Got anyone else?
Who we got?
Well, the one you're just about to institute the Royal Commission into.
Oh, yeah, well, that went...
Aye. Dicey.
Oh, mate. What about him? Jeez, please.
Righto. So who are we saying is going to be Scallywag? Because we've got some serious contenders here.
But you couldn't get more serious than Dyson.
Dicey.
I mean, that is absolutely outrageous.
Those
poor women, think of what those poor women have been through.
Yeah, they're workers as well, so...
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Righto. So, Dice, you are Scallywag of the Week, because we don't believe in natural justice either. Because we don't get any, we don't believe in it, so you've been found guilty of being a scallywag. Now, Suki Lala.
That's my hammer going down, mate.
Yeah. Suki Lala.
Oh.
Mate.
Oh.
They're going to break the team.
Oh.
They're going to break the team.
Yep.
Lou and Clemo.
Oh, yeah.
Clemo.
That's going to, there's a bit of love lost there, I reckon.
Where's Clemo gone? Is he hooked up?
Well, go on. You go.
Well, I'm getting told that there's a couple of options. He's resigned from Icon, and
did he resign?
I understand it's a resignation.
That's the way he wants it put out there.
All right, mate.
And it's a case of, one, it's the NBA.
If I was a certain CEO, I wouldn't be comfortable at the NBA. That's what the old Cochrane blokes are saying.
And two, McConnell Dow.
Stay tuned.
Short price favourite NBA.
So we're going with
the combination.
The Daily Double.
They're out of love with each other. Clemo and Lou. Suki Lalas.
All right.
Going the same old way.
Dare to struggle.
Dare to win.
If you don't fight, you lose.
Or you end up in a Royal Commission.
And we're going out with, for them two, why can't we be friends?
and have you in the bye-bye, yeah. Why can't we be fair? 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 Why can't we be
Why can't we be friends?
You've been listening to a 3CR podcast produced in the studios of independent community radio station 3CR in Melbourne, Australia. For more information, go to allthews.3cr.org.au.